The South African Waste Pickers Association has decried the City of Johannesburg's plans to set up a waste incinerator, which threatens the livelihoods of thousands of waste pickers. They're also calling for the implementation of the Extended Producer Responsibility Scheme, which is legislation that provides for waste pickers to be compensated for collecting recyclable waste materials such as cans, plastic and cardboard packaging through a levy charge on the companies that produce this waste. To expand on these calls, we're joined by the association's Maditlhare Koena to give us more. Maditlhare, very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. You've expressed the views on the ground when it comes to the incineration method that is essentially one used to burn waste materials. Perhaps as we get started with our conversation, what is the understanding about what the incineration method is about?
Thank you very much, Paul, and good evening to your viewers. The incinerator is the way of burning the waste that when they call it with a modern name, they say it's the waste to energy. But if you can maybe make a research on what an incinerator is.
Yes.
It's a monster that needs to be fed every day. Every waste needs to be burned there, and it needs to burn 24 hours, 7 days, 365 every day, and it needs to be 380 degrees Celsius. This incinerator, the municipalities that allowed it to be built in other countries, they signed a lease. This lease that they signed, it says before the 25 years of lease finishes, the incinerator needs to burn all the way out. It doesn't need to stop. If it stops, that municipality gets penalties.
As you talk about this and describe the process which the incinerator works, one just imagines the impact on air pollution and what that will mean for environmental health. And with that said, you're also saying that it's going to threaten the livelihoods of thousands of waste pickers. Talk to us about this threat.
Yes, Paul. They're only in Johannesburg. We've got plus 20,000 waste pickers who are really living on this waste recycling. They're teaching their children are at schools. Their families eat from this recycling money. They just earn an honest living out of this recycling. Now, if this monster that we're calling it incinerator comes, it means all those people will go hungry because every waste will go to incinerator to be burned.
And what is your call as you look at the impact that this could have on waste pickers who rely on this method of earning a living and putting food on the table?
Our call to our government is to reconsider this decision, because it will mean that all those people who are living on the recycling are going hungry, and it will mean the harm to our environment. It's not only about the recycling that we're doing as waste pickers, but even the environment that we're living on, it's going to be affected, because there will be air pollution, there will be soil pollution and water pollution, because the incinerator is going to produce the greenhouse gases, the emissions that are going to pollute the environment. Now, for our government to reconsider it and maybe come up with another solution without thinking an incinerator. Right now, we are busy at plastic treaty negotiations, where all governments are saying, okay, let's come together and come up with a plan where we can at least control the plastic that is leaking to the environment, that is toxic. And then if those treaty can come up with solution that says, instead of plastic that is causing waste on our environment, what else can we use? let's make an example with sanitary towels. There's a plastic in the sanitary towels that causes the sanitary towels not to decompose. It takes lot of years before it composes. But if they can replace the lining plastic inside that, it will decompose. Now, we're calling to our government to at least to look at other solutions that we can use to solve the pollution in our land. We don't see the waste that is on the environment, but it's because those plastics are not recyclable and we cannot collect them because they are valueless to us. But if they have value, we will collect and we will make sure that we recycle them. But if they produce for linen production, not for circular economy, that is going to continue as being a problem. Now, our government need to consider our solutions.
Yeah, and it would be interesting for us to perhaps get hold of the City of Johannesburg just to get an idea of what their sustainability goals are, and of course whether or not they're on par with the goals of the climate change agenda. But you've also made a call for the implementation of the extended producer responsibility scheme. How is this going to allow workers to be compensated should the scheme be implemented as you make this call?
We are waste speakers. We do this work for free, and we feel that we are the service providers, and we feel that we need to at least be compensated for what we are doing, and it's going to help us, and it's going to have the good impact on our lives. We want to see ourselves out of the landfill, having the material recovery facilities, working in a conducive working environment where we know that those places will be the places that we're going to work there, and other generation that will come who will work there. Now, if those the policy of EPR is beneficial to the waste speakers, it will be good. It will sustain our lives. We don't say only pay us cash to eat the bread, but we need to see to it that there are infrastructures that are being built in every municipality. Just imagine if every municipality has an MRF that is being run by waste speakers. It's going to help because even the community will know that we got the drop-off center where we're going to drop the recycling. The EPR is going to help in maintaining those facilities to make sure that the work continues. We're trying to reduce the high rate of unemployment, and we continue working.
Yeah, thank you so much, Maditlhare Koena, for speaking to us this evening, hoping to bring some reaction there, speaking to these SA South African Waste Pickers Associations. Maditlhare Koena hoping to get some reaction from the City of Johannesburg throughout the course of this week.